Welcome aboard, aviators, and happy Halloween. It's that hour when the control tower lights begin to flicker and the vigilance of midnight settles over the runway. I'm Emilia Barska, and this is Flight Log of Lost Words, where language takes flight beyond the manuals, a series of linguistic stories and aviation trivia, tracing how words, idioms, and expressions have traveled through time, radio, waves, and runways. It's not just about aviation English, it's about the language of flight itself, how it sharpens what we say, how we think, and how we remember. Elsewhere, empty aircraft still lift off, ghost flights tracing invisible routes across the night sky, and far below, airplane graveyards hold rows of silent airliners, wings spread like monuments to a vanished era of a flight. Tonight, we're not just flying, we're descending into the eerie side of aviation, its darker mirror. Welcome to Flight Log of Lost Words, Halloween edition. Fasten your seatbelt, keep your landing lights on, and stay with me until the final approach, because the skies are full of stories that refuse to stay grounded. Ghost flights. Let's start with something truly haunting. Ghost flights. In modern aviation, a ghost flight is a commercial plane that takes off almost empty, just to maintain an airline's precious airport slot. There are no spirits here, no classical specters in the aisles, only the echo of empty seats and the grim, precise reading of the manifest. Souls on board, minimum required crew, 0 passengers. It is a flight path paved by the pure, calculated waste, a machine in motion, utterly devoid of operational purpose. Mystery Disappearances. But there exist mysteries far darker than mere protocol. There is the realm of absolute vanishment. The 5 Navy Avengers of Flight 19 swallowed by the Bermuda Triangle, leaving only confused whispering in the ether. Some aviation mysteries, the true enigmas, remain eternally unsolved. There is the ghost of Emilia Earhart, whose final, desperate transmission faded over the vast, indifferent Pacific. And, in our modern era, there is the unsettling enigma of Malaysia MH370, which simply reversed its course and disappeared without a trace, taking with it the most agonizing, unanswered questions of all. What became of those souls on board? Souls on board, real word use and narrative. Pilots speak of souls on board, not passengers, not people. Souls on board. 3 simple words that sound more like poetry than procedure. This phrase possesses a chilling duality. In the bright technical light of day, souls on boards is merely precise, regulated by number on the manifest. It is crucial operational data used by dispatchers to calculate weight and balance and transmitted to ground crews to prepare capacity. Metaphorically, souls on boards captures aviation inherent fragility, that every flight is a blend of precision, trust, and mortal proximity. It is a reminder that every instrument reading and flight number are living people whose safety depends on flawless operation. This brings us to a terminal where the conspiracies are as dense as the mountain air itself. Haunted Airport, Denver International Airport. Denver International Airport is a gold mine for your spooky season. It's one of the most modern airports in the US, yet surrounded by myth, conspiracy, and eerie design choices that make it feel straight off an aviation ghost story. If there's one airport that refuses to stay grounded in reality, it's Denver International, the largest airport in the US by land area and, arguably, the most mysterious. From the day it opened in 1995, Denver has been surrounded by rumors, secret societies, underground bunkers, hidden messages in its art. At first glance, it's just another sprawling hub in the Rockies. But to the more imaginative traveler, Denver feels different. Let's start before you enter the terminal. Greeting passengers outside is Lucifer, a 32-foot tall blue Mustang statue, muscle tensed, eyes glowing red. The artist, Luis Jimenez, tragically died during its construction when a piece of the sculpture fell on him. Locals say his spirit still watches over the tarmac through those burning red eyes. Inside, it doesn't get any less surreal. The murals in the main terminal, created by artist Leo Tanguma, depict apocalyptic scenes of war and rebirth. But there is something undeniably atmospheric about Denver International at night. The vastness, the geometry of its wide, tent-like roof, inspired by snow-capped peaks, looming like a ghostly mountain range against the plains. You feel small, watched, and oddly aware of the thousands of stories and souls on boards that pass through every day. Maybe it's just clever architecture, or maybe, as pilot says, it's a reminder that even the most advanced airport can't quite escape the mysteries of the sky. Airplane Graveyard, the necropolis of the air. Now, speaking of the ghosts, let's visit a place that truly deserves the name Graveyard, which is a home to the hundreds of decommissioned jets standing silently beneath the desert sun. This is the zombie fleet. They are meticulous monuments where hundreds of airliners are laid out in endless rows, their wings motionless, silently waiting for the inevitable dismantling. Once sleek and powerful, these aircrafts now rest in long, symmetrical rows, wings outstretched like gravestones of mechanic cemetery. Some will be dismantled for parts, others simply decay, their paint fading under the restless heat. It's a haunting, beautiful place where aviation history, quite literally, comes to rest. It is the cold final accounting of airworthiness, and with the final meticulous count of decay and salvage, I draw the curtain on the deepest shadow of our lexicon, from the ghost flights, tracing their invisible, empty arcs across the midnight sky, to the haunted hangars of Denver, and finally to the silent airliner resting beneath the desert sun. The flight log of Lost Words, Halloween edition, has been opened to its most unsettling pages. This is Emilia Barska, wishing you clear skies, calm air, and hauntingly happy Halloween. Until next time, revise before flight and keep your vocabulary sky high.